All right, here we go. So we finally made it. The day's come. Today's the day I start my journey. I'm right out in front of FH Health here in Toronto. I'm going to be going in for a PCR test. And then from there, I'm going to jump in a cab, head down to Union Station in Toronto, going to head to Montreal. And hey, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Everything's shut down, so it's going to be a very interesting journey today and how Canada really compares to once I hit Nicaragua. All right, let's go. All right, so I made it to Montreal. I arrived it was a long journey yesterday, let's just say that, on the train. Arrived at my hotel at about, it must have been 6-7 hours on that train, via rail. I arrived at the hotel, windows were open, it was freezing. I go downstairs, I'm like, okay, what's going on? It's freezing in here. Anyways, I discovered that the windows were open. So I closed them. It's not too bad now. It's a 2-star hotel. It's not amazing, but most importantly, I got my PCR test back. It's negative, so that's been now sent to the government in Nicaragua, and basically I'm good to go. So tomorrow we take off to Nicaragua. It's about -22 this morning in Montreal. I'm still going to make the best of it, and we'll see you soon, and we're gonna see what happens today. Peace. One plus of having to wear masks everywhere, given the pandemic rules here in Montreal and pretty much the rest of Canada, is when it's -22. Hey, you don't have to buy a balaclava or nothing. You're good to go. So I'm just gonna wear this on the streets today. All right, I can finally get out here and walk a little bit, and you just look behind, It's a really good-looking city. The neighborhoods, pretty amazing. Like when you compare it to Toronto, I don't know. My eyes don't see anything like this when I'm living in Toronto. Very that European feel, which is awesome. So finally, down to about -10. So this is the first time I could really get out and even go for a real stroll. It was -22 this morning, and it was last night when I came in. It was very similar, so freezing cold. It's going to be much different when I hit Central America, and for the next year I'm going to be in warm climates, so hey, who knows? Maybe I'm going to miss the snow. Okay, it's my last night here in Montreal. It was just a couple nights. So I'm here in my hotel room in downtown Montreal. And one thing I have to do before I leave, everything's closed. So you can't actually go in. You can't sit down, have a beer anywhere. You can't go into a restaurant and sit in. Nothing. So my game was canceled last night. Montreal Canadiens, Edmonton Oilers, which I really wanted to see, but didn't happen. No fans. Had to watch my Habs lose on TV. So what I'm going to do, I just ordered up Uber Eats, Schwartz's Deli, smoked meat sandwich, pickle, the coleslaw, the cherry cola. That's the classic meal from Schwartz's. It's internationally famous, and you can't come to Montreal without doing it. So this is my last night. I fly out to Managua, Nicaragua tomorrow at around noon. So I just ordered this up. So stay tuned. I'll share it with you, and we'll we'll see you in a bit. And actually, this place was so busy, it's about 5:30. They can't even start making it till I think 7, and then they're going to ship it out maybe around 7:30. So you actually book ahead about 2 hours because it's a very, very busy place and something you can't miss in Montreal. All right, here we go. The time has come. Schwartz just arrived. So this is, let's see what we got here. Okay, black cherry, Colt. According to Anthony Bourdain, you got to do it exactly. This is the classic. Comes with the cherry Coke, and it's not. We're not talking cherry Coke actually. We're talking black cherry Colt. That's even the cheap stuff. So here's what we have. I'm just gonna open this up. This is just some coleslaw, and wow, they got this thing packed pretty freaking tight. So this right here is pickle and coleslaw. Always, they sell other stuff, poutines and everything, but no, you got to do this the right way. And if you look at this thing right here, seriously, it's like it's freaking amazing. They got it sliced up, but just to put this in context, it looks like it looks kind of not too big, but look at this. That is unbelievable. I got the medium, so it's a little more fatty. And also comes with some fries. You're in Montreal, people are going with poutines, not doing it. It's doing it the way it's supposed to be done. And there's no ketchup, no nothing. And so yeah, so let's go. Here we go. If you come to Montreal and you don't do Schwartz, I don't know what to say. I'm telling you, that's just ridiculous. It's absolutely, you can't even explain it. You've never had anything like this, I promise. Wow. Take a bite of the pickle. Next level, I'm telling you. All right, I'm gonna go enjoy this. I'm gonna crack my cherry Colt. All right, we finally made it. We're in the Uber. We're heading to Pierre Elliott Trudeau International Airport, and then we're gonna start the path to Nicaragua, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Canada?
That is correct. Okay, here we go. I arrived at Pierre Elliott Trudeau Airport in Montreal. I'm just waiting for a connecting flight. Got the boarding passes, all three. Had to show my PCR test. Had to show proof of vaccination because I'm actually taking Air Canada to a connecting flight in Toronto. But you know what? It was pretty seamless. I didn't need 3 full hours, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm good. I actually have all 3 boarding passes to Toronto, and then from Toronto to San Salvador, and then from San Salvador to Nicaragua, Managua. And actually the hostel's going to be sending a shuttle. I'm going to have one of those Josie signs when I get there. So enjoy the journey. All right, so we made it. We're at Backpackers Inn in Managua, Nicaragua. It was a long day, but so worth it. It was funny. I started to really realize when I got to San Salvador, it was a connecting flight, and it was like everything was in Spanish. I'm like, okay, this is it. This is real. I'm gonna have to really start to pick up on some Spanish. And so, anyways, it was all good. I figured it out. I got on my flight. We arrived late, I arrived late in Managua. I had a driver there ready for me. He had this sign, my name on it. He brought me to the hotel, met this guy Bob. Two guys from Toronto actually own this hostel, and we actually were up for much of the night having some drinks. Met a guy Drayden on the way down in the cab. We were actually out this morning checking out the city, and we went out, had some breakfast, getting acclimatized. So I'm here, I'm in it. I feel so relaxed, and it all starts now. So thanks for following the journey, and we'll be in touch.